Okay, I'm back, and let me show you what you need now. What you're going to need is your APG gun, a pair of scissors. You are going to need a paper punch, and you're going to need some glue dots and a ribbon, okay, along with the thing. So you've got everything that you need in front of you. I have punched them. Now what I do is I pull out all the little parts. The first thing I do is I put together my portfolio. So what I do is I ready the front of the card, and what I do is I put the this on top of the paper punch one. I put my contrasting colors together first, and then I glue the whole thing onto the front. And I try to make a good, strong, firm contact with it. Lots of adhesive on it. And then I put it right on the front of this too, or on the back I should say, so that it will adhere, because of course you don't want a gift to fall apart. I think I'm more careful with gifts and cards than I am scrapbook pages, because of course I don't want to ever have a gift or a card fall apart to the receiver. Then you just add it on the front. Now I haven't got my crocodile out, I've got the paper punch because I've been carrying that in my bag, what I call my bag of tricks, my messenger bag, my Cricut messenger bag. So that's that. Now what I do is I punch a little hole in it. Now what I try to do is get the hole so it's on, you know, far enough in where you don't have to worry about it ripping. And yet I have it on the white, and it's automatically going through the brown also. So it's actually going through, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. So it is a hard punch, and I really should have my crocodile, but I don't. And I make sure that the cards will fit on the inside, which they do. It allows plenty of room, as you can see. And I just punch. Now, I've been using this punch basically because, like I told you, I take these things in my messenger bag wherever I go, because it is Christmas time and you have to have time to work your crafts. And you all know, I've shared with you, I work beautiful downtown Birmingham, Alabama, at a Chevy dealership, Edward Chevrolet, and it's a nice dealership, and it's nice because I do get an hour lunch break, and there's not much downtown. If you're familiar with downtown Birmingham, there's not much downtown. And so I'll take my lunch break and sit right inside there, and if I'm not having lunch with the girls, then I work on my projects. And this time of year, I spend a lot of time working on my projects. Now, as you can see, the holes are punched. The first thing I do is I take a ribbon, and I make sure that I've got enough on each side that it'll cut, okay? And I just feed it in, both sides. And I make sure it's even, and that my ribbon isn't rolled up, you know, that it's going just fine. Then I take a glue dot. And I like to cut it off because I'm using a medium-sized dot, and I don't want to take any chance, and I don't want it stuck to my fingers. These things are so sticky. And I stick it right underneath where it belongs, underneath the ribbon, as you can see there. Push it down so that it's adhered securely. Then I take the little piece of paper off, and then I push the ribbon down so that it stays. And you don't have to worry about it coming out. And that ribbon is there to stay. Okay, That's done. Now the portfolio part is done. That's simple, isn't it? And of course you're going to want to trim, and I'm not going to trim my edges till after I make the bows and that, because I want them to look nice, and if I pull them out, and since I'm in and out, I really don't trim the edges. Now I'm looking for my paper has a little bit of texture on one side. I'm putting the texture on the back. First thing I'm doing, ooh, I've got extra ones here, 2 sets, is putting on all the little tops of the note cards so that they have color to it. I leave a little bit of room at the top so that when I put the oval on, and sometimes I'm off a little bit on the size, and what I do is I just go and I trim it so that it's perfect to the edge. And you just go through until you have all 4 of these done. You know, this is such a simple project that mainly it's monotonous because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But you know what? I would do that for a friend any day. And these ladies at work, I love them dearly. And I think they're each going to get one this year. I started making them last year, and last year I was so far behind in everything that I did not get it done. Anyway, what's we got coming up? Let's see. This is on, by the way, you're going to be watching this on both She's a Sassy Lady and The Bugs Bite, and I want to thank you, Pam, for having me again this month. Pam is such a good friend. I don't know whether you know that or not, but not only are we blogging buddies, but we're good friends. And I've been to Texas to visit her, and she's just a sweet, sweet lady. And I hope you all get the opportunity and privilege one day to meet Pam, because she's got a wonderful heart. And just a super, super lady, and she just loves sharing her craft with others. And see what you do, you just add this on like that, and I've got a couple of frayed edges there. I should have probably changed my blade on my cutter before then, and then you put it in. And this is how simple this is. Don't you love this project? Just a couple little bit of glue and you've got it. And it's just like most crafts, it's not that difficult. It just takes your time. And that's okay, because that's what we're there for, is to give our friends and the people that we care for time. Time to give a part of yourself, and that you cared enough to even make something for them. I mean, they love that. I know all my blogging people, friends do. I mean, I love to get, I can't tell you how many cards I've gotten from just other blogging people, a lot of the designers on She's a Sassy Lady, and they're also sweet, and I just love them. And every one of them is wonderful. I haven't got a card that I didn't like yet. And the neat part is they gave of themselves. See how easy that is? Now, the only thing I have left to do, and I'm doing that at the last minute, I'm going to sit down because I'm actually put on my gypsy all the little scallop circles and the circles, and I'll do that at the last minute, and I'll put all of them on. And as you know, I've been giving these away as gifts on the weekly challenge, or I've been doing, you know, your choice of that portfolio, or, and see how nice that is. And all we have left is put this circle on, and then their last name initial, and it's personalized. And how nice of a gift is that? Because we all use note cards. Then all I do, tie it, And I'm not even going to cut my edges yet, because remember, I still have to put the monogram on. And I'll have to go on the inside of the card to put the monogram on. But first thing I do is I put them in a Ziploc bag, number one, since I'm still working on them. I don't want them to get dirty or dusty or anything, although I don't get much dust. I don't have any children in the house. Just when the grandchildren come, they stir up a little dust. But we usually, things that stay pretty clean around here, but never can tell. So all I need is little Gavin to show up or something after he's had chocolate. And then it's done. That simple. Okay, so now you know what to do. Let's see how many of you do. And I'm sure you will, because they make wonderful, wonderful gifts. As you can see, it doesn't matter whatever color you use. Whoops, I just dropped some out. This one's done. And I love this black and white and red, and then with the teal on it, and the teal glitter. Don't you love it? That's simple. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us here at She's a Sassy Lady. Bye now.